3 Sport, welcome back live as the action now builds up on the streets of Wellington for the Porsche race. It's the Bridgestone Porsche Series. And a field of about 44 cars lined up as they get set on their warm-up lap. And of course, the Porsche races from last year looked at some of the biggest and the most exciting accidents that we've seen on the Wellington street race for a long time, and it features the return of Graham Cameron. Graham Cameron there, and this is the car number 2, the Can-Am Construction Porsche 944. And he's got that back on the track, determined to do a much better start as the field for the Porsches comes into line for the grid positions. As we take a look now for this Porsche race, and car number 2, Graham Cameron, will start from pole with a time of 1:45.225. Then it's car number 21, Rob Hurst, a former Bridgestone Porsche champion, and his 944. Ray Williams, the winner last year, in car number 1, starting 3rd place on the grid in the Porsche 930 Turbo, followed by Peter Shardlow in the Carrera. Then it's Kevin Palmer in car number 20, Brian Pierce in car number 24, rounding out the first 6 as they line up on the grid positions. And here is Graham Cameron, John Carville. How do you think Graham Cameron, starting from pole, will go today?
Well, I reckon Graham will just about win it. You know, I'm going to be confident. He wants to make up for last year. I tell you what, he is sick of seeing that replay of that accident on TV3, but he's got a good spirit. He won't worry too much about it. There you go, Rob Hurst looking for a win. He's the series leader after the first round at Taupo. There we go, Ray Williams, who familiar to all our celebrity drivers. He's taken them through track. He'd be familiar to you too, of course, Clint. Taking Clint through the racing school last year. There's Peter Shardlow in the next car on the grid, and Peter has the Carrera RS. Car number 20, Kevin Palmer, another Carrera. So here we go, they're ready for a start in the Bridgestone Porsche Series. And I tell you what, beautiful German make of car. And a lot of money and time goes into these. Now, once upon a time, it was just the boys getting together at the weekend to have a bit of a race, to give their cars a bit of exercise, see what they could do. Now it's become very, very serious. And I tell you what, they're race cars, no longer sports cars, they're race cars. So Graham Cameron at the front there, Rob Hurst on the outside, and I tell you what, they are very serious. Ray Williams behind them, Peter Shardlow, Kevin Palmer, Brian Pierce and Carlos Carvalho, all waiting for the flag to drop and the start here in the Bridgestone Series. Not too far away from the start as we look up the finish straight. Away we go, Graham Cameron and Rob Hurst, and Ray Williams trying to squeeze between them. Shardlow trying to get down the outside, but Cameron has the lead as they head down towards the hairpin in the Can-Am Construction car. There he is, Graham Cameron. Ray Williams coming around the outside, trying to beat them all. Goes too wide, and Rob Hurst comes back at him. Look at the smoke coming off Hurst's tyres. Cameron, Williams, Hurst. That's the order as they go under the gates. And out onto the back straight. Shardlow there, and Palmer up behind him. Let's have a look at them down the back straight. What a fantastic start for Graham Cameron, and Ray Williams showing some of his experience behind the wheel of a car in England this year, getting up into 2nd place. Looking good through the chicane. Cameron, Williams all over him. Hurst a little bit back, Shardlow, and then we're back to Palmer. And Ollie Newbriggen is up there as well, and Ollie having a big lose in practice, but he's got the car back out there. Ray Williams challenging as they come out of Cable Street and head around towards the overseas terminal. Cameron hanging on, trying to keep the road to himself at the front. Watch them as they come around past the overseas terminal, around the big sweeper. Cameron, nice lines. Williams behind him, and Rob Hurst climbing right up over Williams. They're our front 3. Cameron doing it all right at the moment, but remember last year, but he got in a bit of oil from the classic cars and lost it in a big way. And I tell you what, he's starting to stretch them out now as they head around to complete the first lap. Shardlow in the distance is 4. The tyre squeal as they work their way around the waterfront past Frank Kitts Park, and the order starting to establish itself as we head up towards the start-finish line to complete the first lap. Cameron, Williams and Hurst, that's our order. And with us in the commentary position is our star, Joachim Winkelhock. And Joachim, have you had a chance to have a go in Porsche racing?
No, I drove Porsche 944 Cup 1986, and it was a really good race for me to come in the next.
Yeah, I understand. Now, tell me about these things.
Sorry, my English is very bad, but I will try to go.
That's all right, Joachim. Don't worry about it. Let's just tell me, how much of a race car are these as compared to, say, an ordinary saloon family car? Are they real race cars?
Yes, I think so. Okay, they have enough power. In Germany, we have now the 911 Porsche Cup, and they have a different setup, brakes, race brakes, the springs, the shock absorbers, and I think it's a really race car. Okay, the setup is a little bit softer than a Group A car, but I think it's very good to learn for a bigger car.
Yeah, and of course we see the Porsches here in the race that you'll be in, the Nissan Mobile 500. We have Porsches in the race.
Yeah. Okay, but I think the Group A car is now, the development is so far in front of this car from Porsche 911. And yeah, okay. But I think the 911 is now really an old car.
Yeah. Right, let's have a look at them as they come around to complete another lap on the waterfront. And as they go across the stripe, there we've got a Graham Cameron and the Can-Am construction car. And right behind him, with 4 laps to go, Ray Williams. And Ray taking a nice wide line through the corner, trying to nip up underneath. They've left Rob Hurst behind. Shardlow's next. And we look back further through the field as the others chase down these front two. And Joachim, look at some of the lines they're taking. And at the next corner, just tell me, who's using the better entry into the chicane?
No, it's not so easy because in this part it's very bumpy and you cannot see in the corner. It's a really difficult thing.
So your vision is blocked as you hit the corner?
Yeah.
And down Cable Street, very bumpy there. Oh, and there we go. Ray Williams has got by. So we have a new leader. Ray Williams in the #1 car. And by crikey, he's really giving Graham Cameron the hurry up. But Cameron's not giving it away, trying very wide on the outside. Yeah, we're talking about the track surface. For you, Joachim, in the BMW, how bumpy is it for you?
Too bumpy. Especially in the, how is the name, Cable Street? Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's really too bumpy. The most time is the car in the, how to say, in the air.
Bouncing in the air.
And it's also difficult for the driver. You have so a lot to work. Kick back in the hands.
Well, here's our passing manoeuvre. Ray Williams nipping underneath at the exit out of Cable Street. And Graham Cameron now having to be content with second place. Now his job is to settle down, take it easy, and just watch and hope that he gets a chance. Well, he locked up a little bit on his exit out of there. If you're in this situation, what is your advice for Graham Cameron in second there?
I think the advantage from the 911 is, I think it's the horsepower, too much horsepower. But the 944 is very good on the brake.
Oh, he's missed it.
Too late on the brake.
Graham Cameron has overshot now. This is dangerous because he's trying to reverse back out of there and get through before the rest of the field come by. And here they come. And so now he's got to fight his way up through the gears and try and re-establish some sort of cushion between him and the next car. And I think that's Kevin Palmer there in the third place car. And now Graham Cameron has got all the work to do again. So Ray Williams will let him go. He's away on his own out the front. Cameron, and he now has Kevin Palmer all over him. And as we look at it again and see what happened, Joachim.
Yeah, I think he cannot see in the corner. He braked a little bit too late.
Yeah. It's a problem for the drivers they're facing, isn't it, in your event as well, because they don't know where the corner starts.
Yeah. You cannot see the exit of the corner. This is the problem.
Right. And I believe you've asked for the tyres to be painted.
Yeah.
To make them stand out better. All right, Graham Cameron now in second, and Kevin Palmer can't believe his luck. He's in third and has a chance of second place. And it'll give him some incentive now because he can actually see who he is chasing, although Graham Cameron looks like he's back into stride, and not a happy hunting ground for Graham. Last year, a big crash, a big lose, and a big accident. And this year, well, underestimating the braking distance. Rob Hurst is back there too. He's slipped back in the field, and he's back a ways in this. Cameron, Palmer, Shardlow, looking at the next cars, and there's Hurst behind that white car there. And he's dropped well back. He was third at one stage, and be disappointing for Rob Hurst, who was the series leader after the first round of the Bridgestone Series at Topol. There's that corner we've been talking about, and providing lots of action and excitement for fans, but too much excitement, I think, for some of the drivers here at the Nissan Mobile Weekend in Wellington. Just looking at some of the cars, you say in Germany you raced the 911 series.
Now, yeah.
And they are the faster of the Porsche? They are the fastest of the Porsches, the 911?
Yeah, now, yes. 1986 begins with the 944 Porsche, 2 years long, 3 years long, and then 89 comes the 911 Porsche.
So 911 is the way to go now, you think?
Yeah.
Okay. I see Ollie Newbringen has a car here. It's a Carrera RS. Spent a lot of money on car number 11. We caught a glimpse of it before, earlier on. But here's our leader, Ray Williams. And there's the gap back to second place. Graham Cameron doing a great job trying to hunt him down and re-establish that battle that he was having with Ray Williams. Might have left it a bit late, you think? Yeah, I think so. Palmer up into third place. Kevin Palmer. Shardlow. And that's a great shot, isn't it, as the cars come zipping past. Give you some idea of just how fast they are going here at Wellington. And a great group, a great lineup, all going for third place as we enter our final lap of the Bridgestone Porsche Series. And that white car that we're looking for, of course, Brian Peace there, up in amongst the action in front of Rob Hurst. So there's our leader as he heads down Cable Street, Ray Williams. Familiar to us as the instructor of all the celebrity drivers here at Nissan Mobile Weekend. And a great character and a great champion in sport. Has had a fantastic season in the UK racing Porsche. Spent 3 months there and won several races over there and created quite a good impression. And got lots of drives. Lots of people want him to drive their Porsche. And he was only too willing to oblige and created a good impression for Kiwi Motorsport over there in the UK. He's on his last lap and he's going to win it in a canter, as it turns out, thanks to Graham Cameron having a little problem with the brakes. We'll get it over the curb and head around back onto the waterfront past Frank Kidd's Park. Ooh, getting a little bit sideways. Twitching it around. The car, of course, is a 930 Turbo. As he comes down and onto the waterfront to get the chicken flag, Ray Williams appropriately winning here at Wellington. Look at our second place car, Graham Cameron indeed. Hanging in there, Kevin Palmer for third, Peter Shardlow for fourth, and they're the leaders. And a thumbs up from Ray Williams. Joachim Winkelhock, how did you rate the Kiwi Porsche drivers?
No, he drove really good because he makes a lot of pressure on the 944 Porsche. I think it was really good.
You think it was his pressure that caused Cameron to have that mistake?
Yeah, he lose a little bit the nerves.
Jochen, we wish you all the very best in the race. And the big race, you've still got one more practice session today?
No, for today it's finished
today, yeah. And then tomorrow is the big one.
Yeah.
And
I hope what we will is to finish the race, and then I think it's possible to come off the podium.
All right, we wish you all the very best.
Because Nissan will for sure make a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Okay.